international charges from Manila to Hong Kong, Manila to Singapore route?
Who can answer that, Mr. Park? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that's always been a bone of contention all over, wherein there is always people saying that domestic is more expensive than international. First of all, it's the same ship, so we have roughly the same cost. Although in the Philippines, we have a disadvantage of we pay tax on our fuel, which is around 30 to 40% of our total cost, sometimes up to 50. If you look at international ships, not a single international ship will refuel in the Philippines. If they do, the vessel planner will be fired because we are the most expensive refueling spot in the whole Southeast Asia. Second of all, when we talk about freight, for liner shipping, you have what we call a head haul and a back haul. Head haul is where you make your money. If we talk about trans-Pacific trade, the head haul is from Asia to US. The ships are full there. But from US, coming back, the ships are basically empty. So when we compare, I'm just making the point so that when we compare, we should compare head haul to head haul, not head haul to back haul, because that would be a very unfair comparison. Because, of course, if it's empty, the rates will be very low.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I would like to butt in. If you're going to check the load capacity of the vessel from Manila to Visayas in Mindanao, most of our container were loaded. Compare from Japan, compare from the Philippines going to Hong Kong, going to Singapore, most of the containers going back to Hong Kong and Singapore are empty.
Yes.
And how come the rate is still lower compared to the rate of our domestic shipping company? And who are the agencies monitoring the rate of the domestic shipping rate?
Sir, from Hong Kong, I'll just answer this very simple. For the imports, okay? For the imports, I actually have data on zero freight. Zero freight from, I think the one I saw was from Taiwan to Manila. And I compare it from Manila to Cebu. And we charge around, I think, 30,000 pesos against zero freight.
Actually, more than.
Yeah, no, this is just freight. That's why I'm making a distinction. People will charge freight plus handling charges. In domestic, it is freight plus the port charges. That's all we charge. And if there is trucking, that's separate. For international, they charge zero freight, but after that, they will charge you, upon arrival, they will charge you terminal handling charge. They will charge you equipment imbalance charge. They will charge you. I can give you the list of those. And when I add it up and convert, we're still cheaper. But if you compare freight to freight, yes, we're more expensive because freight is just ocean freight. But if you put all the charges from origin to destination, we're still cheaper. But the distinction is in international, origin charges are paid by origin, destination charges are paid in destination. But if you combine the two, it is actually more.
Actually, boss, my concern is like this. I would like to ask you, who are regulating the freight costs of the domestic shipping when it comes in the Philippines?
It's deregulated. It's international. It's regulated.
The shipping company are the one dictating the rate that they wanted to charge to the containers and even to the Roro.
I can only speak for the international, for the cargo, which is a long haul from Manila to Cebu, Manila, Davao, and each line has a different charge. I can tell you every other week.
I know what you're talking, but anyway, since this bill is a very, very important bill, and this will help those businessmen in the Philippines, especially the people who are traveling from Manila to different destinations at Visayas in Mindanao, and I think Mr. Chairman has a lot of inquiry for the day.
Yes.
If it's okay.